All right. Here we are for another town hall. This is our 8th thus far. It's pretty crazy to see how fast time can fly by while we're doing this, and the amount of people that we're getting to start to learn how they're utilizing Evmux. It's just been pretty incredible. A lot of wins this week that we're happy to go ahead and share. A lot of new creators coming on board to be able to support Evmux and encourage users to see the power in it. But more on that a little bit later. Alad, how you doing? But wait, before you answer that question, your setup is a little different today, and I'm kind of digging it. So why don't you tell us how your week's been?
Yeah, okay. My week has been great. As you said, a lot of excitement, a lot of new people trying out Evmux, a lot of different creators that creating walkthroughs on Evmux and putting it online, which is super excited. Really people that we don't know personally. We would love to know, of course, but we don't know personally. And they're taking Evmux and we see the excitement. This week we uploaded already some videos of Kirk, the amazing person, and how excited he is of the first impression trying Evmux. Man, it make my day every day again and again. And we're going to release some more videos like that of people first impression. We just love that. So great week. And I hosted this week. I had a guest, Eran, our CTO. He already left. He had to catch the flight back to Israel, but he has been here for the whole week.
Yeah.
And look at my setup. This is totally him. I'm not capable to make this up. But he said that, we go to town halls, we're professionals. We have to look like professionals. And he's right. And to be honest with you, it was pretty simple, like some things here and there from Home Depot. And look at me.
Yeah, I know, right? Just where your creativity can go. It looks amazing.
Cool.
Amazing.
Thank you, brother.
So we have a few people tuning in, and it's always great to see some familiar faces. Those of you who continue to tune in every single week, really appreciative of your time, your support, and just being here to encourage the development of Evmux to truly make it the platform that you're going to be able to utilize and make it your live streaming sweet spot. So we have Darius. Thank you so much for tuning in, and you on YouTube, David. Here we go. Raj, Shauna, really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have anyone over there on your side, Alon.
Yeah, so I see Raj, Shauna, Ram. Thank you all for tuning in and watching us. Again, appreciate everyone and one of you taking the time to watch, and hopefully we'll kick it off and you will get some great stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. So really excited. So today's topic of the town hall today is going to be about multi-streaming and showcasing you how you can utilize Evmux to be able to go ahead and stream to your favorite platforms, right? Whether that be YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or even directly on your website, any source that allows you to utilize LRTMP. Right. So we're going to show you today just how powerful it truly is. And I think that the biggest thing that we want to showcase is that when you multi-stream, there's this misconception that you lose quality when you multi-stream to multiple platforms. And while this can happen when you're using your computer, using a dedicated software directly inside of Evmux, regardless of if you're streaming to 1 or 10 platforms, the quality across all platforms are equal, allowing you to be able to stream in 1080p across all platforms. So we'll dive a little bit into that here shortly. But Alad, I know that you have some creators that you want to mention that have been creating content around Evmux, just showcasing how powerful it's been from them. Do you want to mention a few of them?
Yeah, so we had Kirk and we had Donald and we had Justin that just released this week the top 4 live streaming platforms for 2022 on MacBooks. And he was mentioning Evmux as one of the 4 best platforms. Man, for us launching just 1 month ago, getting this recognition. Wow. Yeah. And Justin is an amazing creator with over 1 million subscribers. Great guy. And what's crazy that we never talked to him to try to ask him go to Evmux, or of course no promotion, nothing. He was just getting to Evmux by himself because he's exploring new technologies. And he was super excited with what we're doing. And, seeing people like those creators that tried every single technology out there coming, trying Evmux and see how excited they are. I can't even explain. We're building here something big, and we need the community to be part of it, and that's why we so appreciate the people. I think we lost Anthony. So look at me with the pro scene. Oh, Anthony, you are back.
There we go. Yeah, I had to
I,
refresh.
yeah, I lost you
Yeah.
for a second, but I wanted to make me like this. Look at this. Boom. So I wanted to jump to this scene that we created ahead of time, but Anthony was very quick to be back. So here we are. So to be back to what we said, I think I can't even explain how we feel about that, and having the community starting this with us is super important for us. And yeah, it's amazing. And to talk
Yeah.
about multi-stream, that we think that it's super important these days, because so many different platforms and social media platforms and whatever streaming platforms out there, that
Right.
people, we see people stream all over, like even to places that we didn't know that exists. Okay. And that's why the customer TMP is so important. And
Mhm.
also, to just echo what you said, for us the 1080p quality, it's a standard. Like being able
Yeah.
to stream in this quality is a must-have feature,
Right.
even in the free plan, and it's very important for us. And yeah, as you said, some people think that when you, because they think they used other tools using
Right.
their internet connection, right? And when you use your internet connection at home, you're kind of limited, which makes sense. But when you use Evmux, it's not with your internet connection. You just stream from Evmux to any other
Right.
platform. So our servers can accommodate that easily. And the 1080p will go to any platform. This is amazing and very important to mention, and to make sure that everyone is aware of that.
Right. You see the difference that quality can have on the content that you're actually creating. It just gives your viewers a better experience, right? And at the end of the day, the reason why we go live, the reason why we make content is to be of service to others, right? To be able to provide some kind of value to that other person. And you're going to want that person to have a great viewing experience, right? Not only auditory, but visual as well. So it was important to be able to make sure that that quality maintained consistent across those platforms. And just to touch on what happened earlier, where I had to actually go ahead and refresh the browser. Number one, you can see here, and Jamie, thank you for bringing this to notice, is that, aside from me disappearing, there was a placeholder image in place, that it wasn't just a black screen. It just wasn't empty. The stream didn't freeze. It just allowed me to be able to refresh my browser, come back, and the show can continue as we went. But us being prepared using pro scenes and creating scenes ahead of time, it allows us to have a scene where Alad is by himself, where everything is still branded, things are still aligned. That way, if he does see that to occur, he can easily switch to keep the flow going. And then once he sees me return backstage, he brought us back together. So it's really exciting to see that you guys are noticing the little things inside. And this is why it's so important for us to continue to get feedback from you, to guide us on the things that are most important that we need to go ahead and develop. But I mean, with that, I think this is a great opportunity to go ahead and showcase the video where we showcase how easy it is to be able to multi-stream with Evmux and what features you have available to you once you do.
Yes, another time that we want to mention the combination, the mix between live content to pre-recorded content. Super important, super easy. And look on this transition. Boom.
Streaming to multiple platforms has never been easier. With Evmux, you're able to stream to any RTMP destination and multiple platforms at the same time, like Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and many others, just to name a few. And the best part is you're not going to put any strain on your computer. You're not going to have multiple tabs open. We make it easy for you to be able to manage everything in one place, even the comments. So let's go ahead and dive into my Evmux account so you can see why Evmux is all you need to produce and manage your live streaming content. So here we are inside of the live stream editor, and what we're getting ready to do is go ahead and activate our broadcast channel so you can be able to stream to multiple destinations. So on the top right hand side, you're going to select broadcast channels. This is going to go ahead and bring up a pop-up window that's going to say click here to add your first broadcast channel. Now right out of the gate, you're going to need to choose a platform, and we have Facebook, which gives you an option to be able to stream to a Facebook page, a Facebook group, or a Facebook profile. And yes, you can do all three. You can stream to LinkedIn, to YouTube, to Twitch, and a custom destination using the RTMP, which allows you to be able to stream directly to your website or any other platform that you don't see listed here. So what we're getting ready to do first is we'll go ahead and activate the Facebook integration. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so to go ahead and set up the Facebook integration on the broadcast channel, we want to go ahead and select the Facebook icon. Once you do that, it's going to say, do you want to stream to a page, a group, or a profile? For this example, I'm going to go ahead and select group. It's going to automatically go ahead and get me logged into Facebook. Otherwise, you can go ahead and get logged in. It's then going to go ahead and bring up any group that you're associated with. I'm going to go ahead and select Evmux community. And then we have to take a few steps on Facebook to go ahead and complete the integration. So the very first thing we need to do is open up your group app settings on Facebook. And the easiest way to do that is by clicking this button here. That's going to go ahead and redirect me directly into Facebook, directly into the group apps. And all we want to do is in the search box, we want to go ahead and type in Evmux. Once you do that, you're going to see the app here selected. You're going to go ahead and select add. And then once it's added in there, what you simply can do is you can go ahead and close out Facebook. You can come right back and click on check if app is installed. You can see here that it is because it's giving you the option now to toggle it on and off. And you can go ahead and now and drop down and you can go ahead and start customizing the title for this event. So you can go ahead and type in, Evmux demo. This can be the description, which is what's going to be on the post. This is where you can put the details of your live event. This is a demo. Okay, and you can go ahead and hit save. And now that this destination is set up. So what we're going to do next now is we're going to go ahead and set up the YouTube integration so you can see how that works. All right, so to go ahead and set up the YouTube integration, we're going to come back to the broadcast channel. You're going to see the Facebook integration already listed, and we want to select add new destination. We're going to go ahead and select the YouTube icon. It's then going to go ahead and prompt you to go ahead and log into your YouTube channel account. Once you've done that, it's going to go ahead and ask for permission to be able to go ahead and access your account and live stream on your behalf. So you simply want to select allow. It's then going to go ahead and prompt you to select the channel that you want to go ahead and stream to. I'm going to go select the Evmux test channel, and then there's additional steps that we need to do. Now we need to go ahead and enable live streaming before we do anything. You also need to keep in mind that if this is going to be the first time that you do it, once live stream is enabled, we have to return back to Evmux, but it takes 20 to 48 hours to be approved. So make sure that you're doing this 24 to 48 hours prior to your live stream if you're choosing to do it on YouTube. So let's go ahead and follow the steps prompted here. So we'll open up the YouTube live dashboard. This is going to go ahead and bring us over to the YouTube Creator Studio. And it's going to say here, live stream isn't available right now. We have to go ahead and enable it. To access live streaming on desktop, first verify your phone number. So you'll need to go ahead and verify that first. And you'll go through the phone verification. So you simply go ahead and enter your phone number here and then select get code. So I'll go ahead and pause the video here and we'll take the next step. All right, and once you've gone ahead and received the code, you want to hit submit. And now it says, congratulations, your phone number is now verified. So go ahead and hit enable again on YouTube. Once you hit enable on YouTube, it's already verified your phone number. And now it can say here, ready in 24 hours. It takes 24 hours to activate your account for live streaming. Once activated, you can go live instantly. So now we can come back to Evmux and select add new destination. We'll go ahead and select YouTube and we'll go through the same process again. However, this time it's going to allow us to go ahead and integrate. So we'll select the account that we have set up with YouTube. We're going to go ahead and select allow, and then it's going to go ahead and prompt us once again to select the channel that we want to go ahead and stream to. I'm going to select the Evmux test channel, and you can see here now, since we enabled live streaming on YouTube, we now see it here as a broadcast option. Now, one of the beautiful things that I want to show you is how you can have different titles and descriptions for each platform, allowing you to have a unique experience for the viewer on that platform. So let's take a look at that now. All right, so to go ahead and customize either Facebook or YouTube, we simply come down to this drop down, and now you have the option to go ahead and select apply all if you want the same title and description across all broadcast channel. So let's go ahead and do that now. You can select apply all. It's going to say, are you sure you want to apply this title to all broadcast destination? Let's go ahead and say yes. And now we can come to YouTube, and you can see here that it's exactly the same. The title is the same as it is for Facebook. But what if you don't want it to be exactly the same? And I recommend that you have a separate experience based on the platform that you're on. So let's say I want on here, I want to do Evmux demo version 2, and then here I want to say this is a fun live stream. I can go ahead and do that. So I can hit save, and I can come right back, and you can see here that for Facebook I have Evmux demo. For the description I have this is a demo, and then for YouTube I have Evmux demo version 2, and the description I have this is a fun live stream event. So you can see here that you can also change this to be public or to be unlisted or private, and you can also schedule these live streams for a future date by selecting schedule later. So if that's something that you do want to do, once you select that checkbox, you can scroll down to the bottom and you can go ahead and enter in your time zone. You can go ahead and select an actual date, hit continue, select the time that you wanted to go ahead and go live, and then now you can go ahead and hit save and publish. Now you can go ahead and schedule the Facebook, but you can go live on the YouTube now, or you can go ahead and schedule both. So let's say I just want to schedule the Facebook and go live on YouTube now. I'm going to hit save and publish, and here on the right hand side you're going to see a new icon letting you know that you have a stream scheduled for a certain time. We can select broadcast channel, and you can see here that the one scheduled is Facebook but not YouTube. So let's go ahead and say that I don't want to go ahead and schedule this for now, so I'll go ahead and delete the post. And what I want to do is that I want to go ahead and stream to both YouTube and Facebook at the same time right now. So to be able to do that, we want to go ahead and hit the go live button. So let's go ahead and do that now so you can see what it looks like on both YouTube and Facebook. So once you go ahead and hit the go live button, you're going to see an option whether you want to also record the session for you to have it internally. Otherwise, you can go ahead and uncheck it and hit start, and this is going to begin the initialization of connecting directly to Facebook and YouTube. So let's go ahead and jump on over to Facebook so you can see what the stream looks like. All right, so you can see here that I'm here on my Facebook group, and you can see here that I'm actually live, and then we can go ahead and toggle over to YouTube, and you can see here that I'm also live as well. Now, one of the beautiful things that you can do inside of Evmux while you're live and simulcasting to multiple platforms is that you can come to the socials, and you can take a look here that I can go ahead and put comments from people that are commenting on YouTube or people that are commenting directly from Facebook, and it allows me to be able to manage all the comments at the same time in one single broadcast. So you can see that with no extra equipment, you're able to broadcast to multiple platforms with a click of a button, allowing your audience to enjoy your content on the platform that they spend the most time on. But it gets better. Go ahead and watch this video where I show you how to manage and produce multiple broadcasts at the same time without leaving the live stream editor. And if you found value in this tutorial and you want to learn more about improving the quality of your live streams using Evmux, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video. I'll see you in the next. All right, so we just went ahead and watched that video showcasing you just the process to be able to go ahead and start multi-streaming with Evmux. So any questions you may have, go ahead and start bringing them in, but we'll dive deeper into why we went ahead and included certain features into the multi-streaming just to improve the experience that you ultimately have. So, why did we decide on incorporating multi-streaming?
Yeah, so multi-stream is super important to be able to allow our clients to stream anywhere. And stream anywhere, it's not only to one destination, because people, the requirement and the demand is there. People would like to stream to different platforms. They would like to stream to YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn at the same time. Why? Even us, okay? Good example. We have a Facebook page, we have a Facebook group, we have a YouTube page, and we have a LinkedIn page for our company. sometimes different people going to different platforms, and you want to make sure
Right.
that you have all the audience there. So, it really depends on your strategy as a content creator or as a company, what strategy you have
Mhm.
and which platform would you like to focus on, and or on different platforms. For us, it was super important to make sure that you have the capability, and not only that you have the capability, it will be super easy to use,
Right.
super easy to install, super easy to make it happen. And it connects to the question Gary asked, do I have to, and let's put it in, we already answered in the chat, but let's put this question on. Should we do that
Right.
once, or should we do it multiple times? So as long as you're using the same session over and over again, we talked about in other town halls that you can reuse sessions, no problem. Then the connection, the integration between these sessions specifically to your social platforms or streams that
Right.
you configured ahead of time, it will stay there until you will delete it. If you would like to create a new session, then you would have to set them up again. But setting them up is clicking one button. Like, you go to in the
Right.
video we showed that you go to the broadcasting channels, you choose the channel, and boom, it's connected. So it's so easy anyway, even though you're creating a new
Right.
session.
Right. And I think that that's the most important aspect of it. But if we take a step further and look at multi-streaming as a whole, right? Maybe you don't know why multi-streaming is a benefit and a plus to be able to go ahead, not only to be able to reach more people, but you have to understand that we're humans of habits, right? So if we're familiar with being and spending most of our time consuming Facebook or consuming LinkedIn or being on your website or wherever we feel the most comfortable is where we're more naturally going to go ahead and gravitate to, right? That's why you have viewers that watch on YouTube and viewers that watch on Facebook and on LinkedIn. Why? Because it's easier to be able to get the information that you want where you're already spending the time, right? So when you multi-stream, it gives you that ability to say, hey, I don't want to take you off of your normal habits of coming off of Facebook to come to YouTube when you really don't use YouTube to be able to consume this information. Because at the end of the day, for me as the creator, it doesn't matter what platform you're watching me from, but the ultimate goal is that you receive the value that I'm trying to deliver to you and to be able to improve your life or help you. Because everyone who's here right now in the chat, I know that you have a business of service, right? There's something that you're doing right now to provide to someone else to make their lives better in whatever capacity that you do it in. And that's why it's encouraged to be able to multi-stream, especially when you're doing free content, right? To be able to give as many people as possible to be able to hear your message and to be able to connect with you on whatever platform they feel the most comfortable. That's why it was so important for us to incorporate that feature, because we know that now as a brand, as a company, as a business, you have to build yourself on multiple social platforms, right? You can't just play in one. You have to kind of be involved in all of them because there's an opportunity for you to reach your audience. And if when you're building and getting started, it's important to understand that you don't know where your audience is going to be. So even if you're just starting the live stream, you have to be almost everywhere to better understand and say, oh, you know what, on YouTube, there's more of a community for me. So now I know, because I stream to multiple platforms, now I know where I need to put my time, where I need to put my attention. So that's why we recommend multi-streaming for sure. For
Yeah,
sure, for
yeah,
sure.
100%. And to connect to that, that's why it's so important for us to ensure that the
Mhm.
quality is the best that we can provide for all of
Right.
the platforms. 1080p, even if you stream to 8 platforms at the same time, all of them, you will be streaming on the top quality. And that's extremely important. It doesn't
Mhm.
make any sense that people will see you in lower quality just because you do multi-stream. Just
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah. I
Okay,
think with
let's go
that,
to questions. Anthony, are you
yeah.
ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and take some
All right.
questions.
So we have, I'm not sure I know how to pronounce this name, so I'm really, really sorry. Maybe it's also a nickname. But the question is, you ask for help, and we're here to help.
Right.
So, and you are brand new from yesterday. So welcome to the Evmux
Welcome.
family. Appreciate you and your business and for choosing Evmux. And the question is, how do I add the color and boxes to the background on a free version? All
Okay.
right. So I'll try to explain first as a basic announcement. On free plans, you have all the capabilities you have in pro plans and in the basic plan. We don't limit you with features at all. You have the pro scenes builder, you can add people to the stream, you can change the colors. On the free plan as well, you can do exactly what you see on the screen right now, even from us, with a lot of different animations, lower
Mhm.
thirds, whatever. Okay. The only limitation for the free plan is the Evmux logo powered by Evmux on the top right corner of the screen here.
Right.
Yes. That's the only limitation. Now about changing colors, etc. I think that I think I understand the question. You should go to the graphics, and there you can
Mhm.
change everything regarding the branding of your stream. And
Yep.
also you can start creating pro scenes, and then you can control really everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
kind of the sky's the limit. And if you have further questions, feel free to send them in the chat today or go to our Facebook
yeah.
group and we will take it offline.
Yeah, and I think that another great resource as well, since you're just brand new, you don't haven't really utilized the tech as much. We do have a knowledge base. I've created several videos, in-depth tutorials showing you how to be able to navigate through EVMux. So you can go ahead and we'll drop the link here inside of the chat for you for the knowledge base that you can get access to be able to understand how to navigate, how to get everything set up. Because once you follow the videos and you go through it, maybe spending 30 minutes to an hour, you can really start to easily start navigating the platform. And then you really can just let your creativity just run wild when you start actually creating. So we'll share that resource for you, but definitely do join our Facebook group for further assistance for sure.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
good.
Totally.
Okay.
All right. Another question. Same lady. So thank you again. And that's totally fine to ask beginners questions. How do I get back to the main page with shows and sessions? You don't have to be sorry you're not tech savvy. That's fine. I think that what you need to understand is that in Evmux you have the dashboard and you have the studio. Okay, so from the dashboard you can go to the studio of any session you create.
Mhm.
In your dashboard on the left side there is a menu, and in this menu you can see sessions. This is where you see all your sessions, broadcasts, whatever you call them. And then you click on a specific session, you can create a new session anytime, and you have the go to broadcast tool to be able to open the studio of this session. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, that was a great response. And I see here, this is a great question from Die Lawyers Marketing Show, which is the same scenario where you're currently in right now, where you're a speaker and the producer of the show. So to answer your question, yes, you can do that. But why don't you dive a little bit deeper onto how you're accomplishing that, where you're not only a speaker for your own event, but you're also the producer on the back end?
Yes, great question, and a lot of people asking that. And also, they are asking, even though I can do that, like from the system standpoint, Evmux allows you 100% to be producer and speaker at the same time. Okay. Basically, I am the producer for this show, and Anthony is the speaker. I have more capabilities. Like you see us on the screen exactly the same, right? You cannot know who is the producer and who is the speaker, but I have more capabilities. I have the scenes and I can change them. I can remove people from the stage, add to the stage. I control branding, things that the speakers cannot do, of course, because you don't want them to control your stream. So Anthony has less capabilities than me. I'm the producer. And I think the follow up question is it possible, like really a human being, one person, can be speaker and producer? I think that the answer is 100% yes. It's super easy, specifically with the process, because using the process, you can create things ahead of time. And then during the show, you don't really design anything. You just have it in place already in the right order for you. And you simply click play, play, play. In this case specifically, we have the opening whatever slide, let's call it, and then countdown video, and then Anthony and me, one next to each other, then a video, then we're back. That's it. I just click whenever I want to play that, I just click play. Super, super simple. If I can do that, anyone can do that. It's very hard for me to do two things at the same time, and I'm capable to run great events using Evmux, great sessions.
That's the power of it. I love it. I love it so much. Great response. So we have here another question is can you give some live examples of changing the studio setup, such as the windows being high enough to allow the chat to come in under the Windows video? Okay. So what he wants is for you to go ahead and customize live and reduce the sizes of our webcam so that way when we do display the comment, there's no interference or overlapping in the imagery.
Okay,
So
so I can try to do that live. I'll try to share my screen quickly. I don't think I have a scene ready for a share screen. Let me see if I do. Maybe I do.
yeah, the Facebook link
Mm,
is so the Facebook link is just type in facebook.com and we'll drop the link here in the chat in just a moment. But it's just facebook.com/groups/Evmux. So we'll drop the link here in just a moment for you. That way you can go ahead and get connected with us. But yeah, but that's the beauty of it. Alon right now can be while he's on stage, he can be editing live and creating a scene right now for us to be able to transition to while he's live. He can even have me on the big screen by myself. Right, we can retract himself back to be able to go ahead and make those edits, and then it allows me to be able to have a one-on-one connection with the viewers and things of that sort. And I think that's why it's important to have these scenes created ahead of time to be able to allow us to be able to make these adjustments and changes here.
all
But
right, let's try. I think I
okay,
have it ready.
let's do it.
Hopefully it will work fine for me.
All
Boom.
right.
All right, so I think people can see my screen. This is how the setup of this show looks like. You can see that Anthony and I are here. This is my share screen feed, and this is a scene that I created with me, Anthony, and my share screen. Okay, so from here I can do, this is my live thing, and this is my editing part. I can take, now I did a lock. Let's unlock this and unlock this. The lock is important because sometimes you're afraid that by mistake you will do something.
Right.
So we have the lock, so you won't be frustrated by that. Let's do this. Move me here and move Anthony there. Sorry. I need to take also some videos off. A lot of things going on here. Sorry, guys. Usually we don't recommend to do that live at all, but let's take that off, those borders for now. Boom, boom. And now let's take Anthony for a ride. I think Anthony is locked a little bit for me.
So you can see here that
Anthony is locked for me. But anyways, I moved myself here, so I can do a transition. Boom. Okay, you saw that the layout changed a little bit. What I can do, another thing is, meanwhile, we can have this, and again, I play this, and meanwhile, I'm editing this. And once it's ready, I do the transition. You definitely challenge me to do it on the fly, but I love challenges.
Hey, and that's the beauty of it. But like you can see, it's just scenarios that way, right? The pro scenes allow you to be prepared and planned ahead to be able to know what scenes are coming up. But like I said, because this is our town hall, this is an opportunity for us to be able to answer your questions, engage with you. You can just see just the power of it, right? It wasn't planned in the show to be able to create an additional scene, right? But we were quickly able to go ahead and make the adjustments, see how it's going to look, be able to continue to entertain the viewers. And then once ready, we were able to transition to make those adjustments. So I'm really, 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 really excited. That was a great question. You challenged a lot. Like I said, he loves challenges. So it's a great opportunity to see it in motion live. Great question there. So let's see here.
What else, guys? Give us some questions. Let's see what
Okay.
else we've got here. Please talk about how we can hire out as off-site producers. All right.
So it says, yeah.
It's not. I don't think it's related specifically for Evmux, but would love to to put our 2 cents on what we think on the industry.
Hmm.
I think that, and this is how we started in this virtual crazy world when COVID started. We started our company as remote producers for virtual events. Totally understand the need, and people that they have the capability to be producers, you can definitely find a lot of other people, company that they need your help and services.
Hmm.
And I think that using Evmux just allows you to come to these potential clients and tell them,
Right.
look what amazing things we can do. Look how we can use push to talk to make sure that we communicate with your speakers even when they are live. How we can do pro scenes and fully
Hmm.
customize the live streaming. How can we do multi-stream? How can we talk backstage? All the different features that you have in Evmux. Even if your client, they don't know Evmux, and even if they know,
Hmm.
sometimes they need help. Like, it's not, I'll give you an example. I can go and install my TV to the wall. I can do that. I'm capable. Okay, I can do that. But
Hmm.
sometimes I just don't have the time. I don't have the energy, and I call someone to come and do it for me. Okay, although
Right.
I know how to do that. So with Evmax, yes, it's so easy to use that anyone can create amazing live streams. But
Right.
sometimes the client, they just don't have the people to make it happen. They are busy with other things, and they need you to make it happen. And when you come with Evmax, you can win deals, win other producers using other tools. Old school producers, they use other tools that sometimes, because this is what they know from before, and they're not taking the next step for the new tools out there. And you can just win because you're using better technology, and of course because you're
Hmm.
nicer and because you're better producers. But Evmax is a great tool for you to shine as remote producers as well.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be an even a growing industry, simply because of the accessibility that it's cloud based, and I think that that's the huge aspect of it, to where I don't have to be physically in a lodge room or in a space to be able to go ahead and change scenes or make adjustments. So it just makes it easy for me to be able to instantly be able to jump into the editor right now, even as we speak, and be able to make adjustments, move things around, something of that sort, which allows you to be almost a producer from anywhere in the world. Right. So now that opens up a possibility to where it's now you're not just limited to finding someone locally, but now you can say, hey, I run my business here in Florida and I need a producer. You may be in Washington. Cool. But you're going to be able to get me set up, maneuver my things, manage my thing. I have my camera set up, my mic, but after that, it's pretty much all in your hands and they're able to manage everything. And I think that that's where the shift is going to go, where cloud-based is opening up that opportunity, to allow for more collaboration and for more opportunities across the world, to connect with clients or even hire for services that, just like this, being a producer requires. So yeah, it's huge.
100%. 100%. And I can give like examples. We
Hmm.
did an event for a client in Australia. We are in Florida, and we had our backup producer in Israel. Okay,
Hmm.
so the main producer was from Florida to produce an event that most of the speakers were from Australia, and the backup producer in Israel. Just think about it. It's crazy in a good way. And we're so happy that we can help people to get more
Right.
reach with the services that they can provide. It's
Hmm.
amazing. Definitely amazing. All right,
That's a
next
great
question.
question.
Jason, thank you for the questions today. And the question is, so this can be used without this, I mean Evmax, I guess. This can be used, or
Hmm.
multi-stream, without any other programs. Is there advantages of using Evmax in conjunction with OBS or other programs? Anthony,
Hmm.
would you like to take that?
Yeah, so pretty much with utilizing Evmux, the what OBS, since that's the tool that you went ahead and kind of recommended, with OBS, right? You have the availability to create scenes and things of that sort. But whenever it comes to adding guests or really, doing collaboration with others, it's where the complexity of OBS happens, right? When you use Evmux, our pro scene feature is going to give you the customization that you would have in a software like OBS, right? But it gives you now the accessibility and ease of use, right? So when you look at OBS for the first time, it's a little bit intimidating, right? And when you look at Evmux, it can be intimidating at first glance, but once you realize that it's click of a button here, click of a button here, and you start utilizing it, it's going to be a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about the settings or the hardware encoding, right? Because that's where OBS gets a little bit more complex, where you have to, my settings are right for recording, for streaming, things of that sort. Evmux doesn't ask you to set a setting. We do it for you because we're going to produce 1080p quality streams and content for you all the time. So it's when you don't have to use other tools, you get to use one solution, right? To handle multiple streams, to be able to go ahead and switch between sessions, events, customizations, stream to multiple platforms, have speakers, have guests. It just makes it a lot easier as opposed to having to learn two softwares and integrate two softwares. And then now you have two possibilities for errors to occur, right? Something can crash with OBS, something can crash with your software. So it just opens up for more room for error. And when we're able to put something that's as powerful as Evmux with having accessibility of those kind of tools directly in the cloud, it just makes it a little bit easier for less error to occur during your content. So I hope that
100%.
that answers the
I
question.
think
Yeah.
another thing just to add to that, one scenario I see people really can use OBS and Evmux together is if you use OBS as your virtual camera, okay? And then basically the camera you feed into Evmux will be the virtual camera you created using OBS. Some people do that, which is nice. And I think that the reason they do that because they're so used to do their virtual camera using OBS, and they do want to use the capabilities of Evmux, of multi-stream, adding guests and things of that sort. So they find kind of a combination here. But what's important to mention in this town hall, that the majority of things you can do on OBS from a virtual camera perspective, you can do in Evmux, because we had released this video, I think 2 weeks ago, about the green screen capabilities in Evmux. So in Evmux, you can take off your screen if you're using a green screen and then do whatever you want within Evmux. And then basically it eliminates any need of any other software. But yeah, it's important to mention that no problem to use OBS and then feed your virtual camera into Evmux as your camera. It will work. I don't think it's needed. But if this is the best way you prefer to work, it will work for you, no problem.
Right. Great response. So we have our next question here is from Eric. Eric, thank you so much for joining us. It says here, can we use a video with a transparent background with Evmux?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying yes because this is something we worked very hard to push to our software before we even launched. Like it was like we want to launch, but this was kind of the last features we added, so that's why I'm so excited about it. And yes, you can upload WebM files. It has to be in the format of WebM. But you can easily convert MOV and MP4 files to a WebM files, make sure that it's with transparent background, and then upload it to Evmux. And it's so powerful because using the pro scenes, you can create amazing things with that. Because just imagine that I want to have cool transitions between one scene to another. Okay. Right. So once I play the next scene, I can put this video, WebM video there, and the last frame of it will be fully transparent. Okay. So I play the scene, this transition is happening on the screen, and then this video ends. But then you see the things below this video, which might be Anthony and I. Okay. Right. So we can do amazing transition that way. And that's only one use of this WebM with the process. The combination between WebM videos with transparent backgrounds and process, it's blowing my mind what you can do with that.
Yeah, its opportunity is really endless. There's a lot of just think about those layers, right? It's just making a cake. And when you understand the recipes and the ingredients you need to build that cake, it's really endless the kind of cake that you're able to go ahead and make once you have a solid foundation of the core ingredients you're going to need, to be able to create the content that you want to be able to make. So it's pretty amazing to see some of the things that people have done already inside of Evmux and the level of production that they're creating. It's pretty outstanding just to see when you incorporate your graphics, your branding, and things of that sort. Can really shift the way your content looks, for sure. Like a stinger. Yep. Just like a
Yeah,
stinger.
yeah, yeah.
100%.
We'll try
100%.
to get a few more questions.
Sure.
So there is a question from, again, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the name. Sorry, I don't know if I wanted to highlight this one, but let's see. Trying to figure out how to invite guests. There was no info on how to get. All right. Okay. So if it's no info there, we will try to look again for the video and maybe to improve it. Anyways, to invite a guest, very easy. The easiest way, let's say, there are two ways, but let's try to keep it short now. And there is a video about inviting guests in the knowledge base. So once you sign up for Evmux, you get an email welcoming you. There is the knowledge base there and a lot of crazy videos that can help you a lot. To keep it short, on the bottom of your studio, there is an invite guest button. You click on it, you copy the link, and you share it with all your guests. Super, super easy. Okay. That's this. And also, I saw that you asked about the logo that you try to, on the free plan, you try to remove the logo, and we asked you to upgrade. So again, this is the only limitation in the free plan, our logo on the top right corner. And yes, if you want to remove that and put your own logo, you have to upgrade, and we would love to see you among our paying clients. Anthony, do you see anything that I'm missing before we can wrap up?
So let's see here. The only other thing that I have is I'm just going ahead and providing Grandma Joe with some resources to get her equipped. I see that she's very excited to be able to start utilizing Evmux. So the resources are available for you. We'll go ahead and we'll actually drop the knowledge base link inside of the Facebook group as well, just in case there's others as well that want to get access to that to be able to learn more about Evmux. So we'll definitely go ahead and provide that. But overall, if you have any additional questions, like I said before, join us inside of the Facebook group. Myself, Alad, Ron, all the other founders are there present. The team, Ram, if you've probably met with Ram before, he's there available, and we're there to answer any questions you may have to continue to help you through this process, right? The more we can talk to you, the more we can learn about what things we can do to be able to go ahead and improve Evmux. So if you definitely have been getting value from these town halls and you're enjoying this experience of what we've been doing, whether we've had a one-on-one connection or just here in these town halls, please definitely do give the video a thumbs up. It definitely does help out the video. But aside from that, I really do appreciate everyone's tuning in. Any closing thoughts that you have here?
Yeah, thank you again for everyone chiming in. I saw some questions about our affiliate program and ambassadors programs. Working on it very hard to release by the end of next month. And it's going to be a great program because we truly believe in this channel, and we truly appreciate people that tries to help. And if you want to promote Evmux before the affiliate program is on, feel free to reach out to us, and we always open to hear you and to try to figure out some good solution. We can upgrade plans, we can send some nice swags, and some things we can do before the affiliate will be in place, because we do want you to help us to promote even before it's launched. So feel free to reach out. We're always happy to hear you. And yeah, thank you everyone, and have a great weekend, I guess.
Perfect. All right, perfect. And I see a few additional questions. Jay Boogie, if you can join us in the Facebook group, and Grandma Joe as well, and we'll go ahead and continue the conversation from there. So what do we always say a lot?
Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one, everyone. All right, I'm live. that was easy.